Ladies and gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, tonight, just a very frustrating loss by the San Francisco Giants. The offense continues to struggle. They only got 5 hits in the game, weren't able to score. Getting shut out 7-0 at home, it never is a good feeling. This is tough. Right now, this offense is really struggling. It has been rough. But, this Giants team, they've shown resilience. They will see what they can do and what they're made out of, how they respond to adversity. But it has just been tough. There were some positives in this game. Brett Wisely, congratulations to him. His first major league hit. What an at-bat on a 1-2 count. Went to the opposite field with a base hit. So that was great to see from Brett Wisely. His first major league hit. Anthony DeSclafani, he made the start for your San Francisco Giants. Disco going 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, gave up 4 earned runs, walked 2, and struck out 5. So DeSclafani, he was solid out there. Put together a pretty good effort, considering didn't have his best stuff. But had this Giants offense been able to score some runs for him, we could potentially, maybe this game goes differently, and it could have been a lot closer. But the game was 4-0, and the Mets had a 3-run 9th inning to break it open. And in the top of the 3rd inning, the Mets a 3-run 5th that made the score 4-0. That was a rough inning. That inning is capped off with Pete Alonso. He hits a 2-run home run. You got to give credit to him. He is, one of the most talented hitters in the game in terms of power and what he can do. And you saw with one flick of the wrist, Pete Alonso goes deep there. And in the top of the 9th inning, he also would add a 2-run single with the bases loaded. So, you tip your cap to a guy like that who really torched us today. And this was tough. Really tough. Welcome everyone to the San Francisco Giants post-game show. Glad you joined us tonight. The San Francisco Giants, unfortunately, do get shut out tonight. 7-0 against the New York Mets. Just really tough. This Giants offense has really been struggling, and when you're not able to score runs in the game, you make it really tough on your starting pitchers, and it's just really tough, really tough out there. So you want to see this Giants team make adjustments and be able to get out of this funk that they have been in. The offense continuing to struggle. So it's been tough, really tough out there. And we got to make adjustments. This is really tough. The game yesterday, another tough one. And so coming into this series, you're coming back home, an 8-game homestand, and you're looking at this. It's an opportunity for you to hopefully play some good baseball, put together some good wins at home, and you come out here and struggle the way the Giants have struggled here. Mets are a good team, but to really struggle like this at home, it's really frustrating. This is really frustrating, and you think back to last season, the inconsistency up and down year, but then you go into this year and the way that things have gone, it's almost like they've gone worse than how last season went, because the offense has, been worse. Bullpen has really struggled, and the starting rotation has been solid. Disco's been solid this year. He's been good. Sean Manaea has looked good in his starts. Alex Cobb has been pretty decent out there. So the one area of this Giants ball club that you can say has contributed pretty good is the starting rotation. But when you're not getting contributions from this offense, from the bullpen, you're making it really tough on yourself to be able to put together really anything. And so this is tough. We'd love to get your thoughts out there. San Francisco Giants fans, how are you feeling tonight? What are your thoughts following another tough loss at home against the New York Mets? Giants, unfortunately, get shut out 7-0. This has been really tough. But this Giants team has shown resilience. They have shown resilience. They potentially can fight back here. So we'll see what they're made out of. Can they respond and get back on track? Because this offense has it within it. We've seen the power. The key for this Giants offense is, can you cut down on the strikeouts? Because today 12 strikeouts in the game, and that continues to be the problem with this San Francisco Giants offense, is they are striking out too much, and they just can't continue to do that. If they continue to strike out, they're going to continue to struggle like this. When you're not putting the ball in play, you make it tough on yourself. Good things usually happen when you put the ball in play. So we want to see more of that from this San Francisco Giants offense. Put the ball in play, because we have not been seeing that. Welcome in, everyone. Would love to get your thoughts on this San Francisco Giants ball club. What are you thinking? How are you feeling now as we are 19 games into the season? What are your overall thoughts? Is it time to hit the panic button, or is it too early? The way that this Giants team has struggled this year offensively, and it's just not been good. Against good teams, they have struggled against. They have struggled against everyone. Teams that you would think fourth or last place teams, teams that the Giants should be able to beat and get these wins if you're going to be a contender this season. Teams like the Kansas City Royals, teams like the Detroit Tigers. These are teams and opportunities where you've got to take care of business if you're going to be taken as a serious contender. Because as of right now, this San Francisco Giants team, nobody is scared to play this team. If anything, teams are looking at us as this is a feel-good series for them, as maybe if they've been off track, or even if they've been rolling, it's just another series to really feed their momentum and confidence, and we can't let that continue to be the case. We got to make adjustments on offense. Offensively, we've got to make adjustments at the plate, try to cut down on strikeouts and put the ball in play. Good things happen when you put the ball in play, because we have seen way too many strikeouts from this San Francisco Giants team. Welcome in, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Unfortunately for the San Francisco Giants, another tough one tonight. Has been a struggle. You want to see this Giants team make adjustments at the plate. Is just continued to be a struggle offensively, and when you're not scoring runs like this, you're putting pressure on your starting pitchers, on your pitching staff. They're feeling like they have to be almost not, I wouldn't say perfect, but they got to be, if they're thinking that their offense is not going to be getting many runs for them, they're going to be trying to be almost too fine out there, and it's going to potentially lead to some mistakes out there when they're pitching. So, you want to see this offense turn it around. Can they cut down on the strikeouts? They've got the power. That's one thing we can definitely say, which is a positive. This Giants offense has displayed power this season. They can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but they've got to cut down on the strikeouts as they continue to strike out, and it's just been really a struggle. Welcome in, everyone, to the San Francisco Giants post-game show. Glad you joined us tonight. What's going on, Mikey? Good to see you in the house. Win or lose, we're here breaking it down and talking San Francisco Giants baseball, keeping the faith. We'll always be here, win or lose, and supporting this San Francisco Giants team. It's really been a struggle. The 6-13 record after 19 games, Travis, just not acceptable considering the staff we have. I am with you, Mikey. When you look at this rotation, it's not a bad rotation. It's actually been, I think, decent this year. Outside of a few guys, Logan Webb and Stripling obviously have not been that good at all, or Stripling hasn't at all. And Webb has had good stuff, good strikeout stuff. Just has gotten burned from a few bad pitches in some of his starts, and when he's not getting run support, you see the 0-4 record, but I think he's pitched a lot better than what his numbers would indicate. Webb, a 4.94 ERA. So, again, I think he's pitched much better than that. Disco has been really good. ERA's in the, I think, 2.54 it was after today's outing. He's been good. Sean Manaea has been good. So you look at this starting rotation, considering how pretty solid it is, to be at a 6-13 record, it's just unacceptable. Unacceptable. It really is, and it's really frustrating that we continue almost sounding like a broken record here, where we're continuing to talk about the struggles of this San Francisco Giants offense. They've continued to struggle, and they haven't been able to put together some consistency out there, and that's key. I mean, you've got to be consistent, and we've talked about, can this San Francisco Giants team string together consecutive games in a row where this offense gets rolling, puts together some good games. They have not been able to. It's been tough. It has been tough to watch out there, and to struggle like this at home. It's just frustrating. So I'm with you, Mikey. I mean, this Giants staff, as solid as they are, and the bullpen has struggled, but the starting rotation has been decent, and that's the one area of this ball club you can say has been decent. Bullpen has struggled. Offense has really struggled. Defense has been, it's been okay. It's hasn't been super. It hasn't been super awful. It's been pretty. J.D. Davis has been amazing out there, and Tyra Estrada, Crawford. We've seen some struggles out there. That's something you wonder with Brandon Crawford, is as he's getting up there in age a bit. I think he's 35 now. Is that affecting his range out there in terms of how much ground he's covering at shortstop? We know the game he had, I think it was in Detroit, the 2-error, potentially should have had 3 errors in 1 inning, which just sounds nothing like Brandon Crawford. And so you wonder, hopefully it's not the case that he's getting up there a bit in age and being 35, and that his range is dwindling down just a bit, because we've seen he's been the best shortstop in all of baseball all of these years, Gold Glove defender at shortstop, best in the game. So I still think he's got it within him, and I think he can turn it around. So that's a key to watch this season is how Crawford does and makes adjustments. There's panic in the streets of San Francisco. Fans will be calling for the head coach Kapler soon, for the manager. And look, I think it at this point, if this continues, I really think that you have to start thinking about maybe making a change in the middle of the season. Because maybe there needs to be a new voice at manager, but look, I think I've said that before the season. I think that we give Kapler this season to see how it plays out, and then we can make an assessment at the end of the year whether to retain Kapler or to move in another direction. But it has really not looked good at all. And, you wonder if this Giants team is going to make a change during the season. I don't think they will. I think that it would be something that would take place after the season. But I think Kapler's job is secure until the end of the year. But this has got to turn around because it cannot be this bad. I mean, look, there's some talent on this team. If Bruce Bochy was managing this team, I definitely think we'd be a lot closer to 500 than we are. I think that really good managers know how to get the best out of their players and put themselves in the best possible position to succeed. And, that's really all that you can ask for, that you would want from your big league manager, is giving you those opportunities, putting you in the best possible position to succeed. And a lot more often than not, that is going to be the best opportunity to help the team win. So we'll see what happens. I think that Kapler, look, I feel like he has, to me, it's been tough. I think that he's made mistakes and he's learned from some of them, but it sometimes looks like he hasn't learned from some of the mistakes he has made, whether it's taking a guy out too early or leaving a guy in too long. We know the season in 2021, Giants winning a franchise record 107 games. I mean, just crazy to even think about now, looking back with the struggles we've had and just how consistent we were that season on offense and pitching, and our bullpen was really solid. And so, look, I think this Giants team is a lot better than what their record indicates. I've said coming in, I felt that this Giants team could get to 90 wins on the year. Maybe that would be enough to get them in as a wild card. Eric was there at the game too. I can only imagine his total disappointment. I totally feel for Eric. I'm sure he's, of course, had a great time at the game and really happy for him. He was able to make it out there, make it out to a couple games already. So that's awesome. And, look, that was an exciting game. Tristan Beck, I think, made his major league debut. So great. That was an exciting experience to be out there in the right field arcade. So that's super awesome to see Eric at Hum Baby Baseball supporting the Giants, win or lose, and no matter what. So, even with the attendance numbers dropping, that we're going to be there at the Oracle Park supporting our Giants. So, look, we've got to turn it around. This team is a lot more talented than what their record indicates. And so let's see what happens. Not a lot is being expected out of us. So maybe that we can take this and be able to turn things around, get back on track offensively. Just my thought, but Kapler either isn't paying attention to his players or he just puts us in the wrong positions to get a win. The players themselves also need to hold each other accountable to. I'm with you, Mikey. I really appreciate your thoughts on it. I think you make a really great point with this Giants team, and what you see from your perspective on what is going on and how things are playing out. But yeah, I think that Kepler has been putting players in the wrong position to get a win. You think back to, say, the outing where he had Stripling in there in a high leverage situation. The game got out of hand, and it's like you knew that Stripling was out of whack mechanically, so why would you go to him in a high leverage situation? That's an example. So we'll see what happens. But I think I'm with you. I think these Giants players do need to hold each other accountable. This can't continue to keep going on. I mean, 6-13. This is just really awful. This is awful. It's got to turn around. What's going on? SG Sports Talk channel. Another discouraging loss. It's tough, but win or lose, we're going to be here, keeping the faith, keeping the energy, keeping the good vibes, believing that this Giants team can turn it around. It's still early in the season. If they can just flip that switch, have the mindset, and get to work, they can do it. They can do it. So let's see what happens. We are going to be getting to our picks of the game. So we'd love to hear who you're taking as the pick of the game. If you haven't already shared your pick of the game. For my pick of the game, I'm going with Brett Wisely. Big congratulations to him on his first major league hit. What a moment for Brett Wisely. Such an exciting moment. Had an opposite field single in a 1-2 count. Really impressive swing of the bat. So I'm taking Brett Wisely as my pick of the game. 2-run home run by Alonso really stung, realizing we were down by 4 runs in the game. I'm with you, SG Sports Talk channel. And that moment in the game, it just was not feeling good. It was a 1-0 game. Entering that inning, the Mets score 3 runs in the top of the 5th, capped off by Alonso's 2-run home run. And at that point in the game, trailing 4-0, you just weren't feeling very good about that. And the game just, it never went anywhere from there. Giants offense gets shut out, and the struggles continue. Can this Giants team cut down on the strikeouts, put the ball in play more? That is going to be key. They had 12 strikeouts in the game. This Giants team is striking out too much. They've got power, so they can hit home runs, but they have got to cut down on the strikeouts, put the ball in play, and make adjustments. Brett Wisely, awesome pick. Mikey, good to see. So excited for Brett Wisely, his first major league hit. In a game where there were not a lot of things to be excited about, that is certainly one of them. Congratulations to Brett Wisely on his first major league hit, and congratulations to Tristan Beck making his major league debut in yesterday's game. So that was awesome to see. Let's see the Giants bounce back. Giants are resilient. They have shown the ability to bounce back. Tomorrow's matchup, Logan Webb will be looking for his first win of the season. He'll be opposing David Peterson of the New York Mets. So it should be a great matchup. Let's see this Giants offense come alive tomorrow and break out the bats. They can do it. They can do it. Alonso always finds a way to terrorize the San Francisco Giants. He's really a tough hitter to get out, and sometimes these players we just can't find a way to get them out, and so you got to minimize the damage that goes on or that they do out there. we're hopeful as fans because it's still early in the season, but we need a different mindset to turn everything around. I'm with you, Mikey. There's got to be a different mindset because whatever has been going on, it's just not been working. This team is just really struggling offensively, and it just seems like it's getting worse. That they're not getting better, they're getting worse, and that is concerning because it's still early, but it's not time to hit the panic button. But this Giants offense, they've got to be much better than what they're doing. What's going on, Rod Dunham? Good to see you. How's it going on the bright side? Our West Division, as much as we do this season, LA and San Diego both under 500, and we're only 5 back. If they can figure it out and get healthy, this division may be up for grabs. Great point, Rod. I appreciate the thoughts and appreciate you. When you put it like that, it's could be a lot worse. Nobody's running away in the NL West. Diamondbacks are in first, but I think they're like 3 or 4 games above 500. So the opportunity to be able to get back in this division, the opportunity presents itself. Maybe this Giants team can be able to turn it around. Still early, and some of these young players, we know David VR, he had a really rough road trip going back home to Miami, so if he can turn it around, and that'll be key. So we'll see how this Giants offense makes adjustments moving forward. Thoughts on Yaz? I love what I've been seeing from Yaz. His at bats, they've been really good to see. I think he's been hitting the ball better, and we've seen some home runs this year. So hope to see Yaz continue to make adjustments and continue to try to continue to hit the ball well. It hasn't been the hottest start, but I think he's hit the ball better than the horrible start that he had got off to last year. And the home runs we've seen this year has been good. So I think Yaz, look to see him build off that, and that'll be key. Certainly key. I agree, but unlike the Diamondbacks who lead the division, we just don't have the right mental mindset to get us going. Appreciate the thoughts, Mikey. I think I agree with you, and I think that the way that this team has been playing and the mindset that they have had under Kapler, and just how they've gone about their business in these baseball games, it has just not looked good. So it is one of those things where you want to see this team turn it around, and can they make those adjustments? Because so far they haven't shown a whole lot of being able to turn it around and make adjustments. So we'll see what happens. Michael Conforto and Yaz, the 2 players I've been following this whole season. Travis, I know these players can rally us. Most definitely Conforto. He's so key. The one win we got in Miami in extra innings, hits his 4th home run of the season. And Conforto, he is one of those guys that can hit 30 home runs, drive in 100 RBIs. So with that kind of potential at the plate, Conforto is key. And Yaz, we've seen what he can do when he is hot out there and really has got the bat going. So these players can rally this Giants team. And when you get Haniger coming back, Slater coming back, I think it's going to be good to get healthy. Key will be when this Giants team gets back healthy, because I think Alex Wood is going to miss a start. Just unfortunate there, I think the hamstring injury. So hopefully he will be able to get back as soon as possible. But when this Giants team gets back healthy, can they make adjustments at the plate and turn it around offensively? That's going to be key. The starting rotation has been decent. Hasn't been the best, but it has, I think, been good enough that they should have been able to win a lot more of these games, but it has been a struggle. Um, oh, absolutely. Yeah, Ghirardelli, Hot Fudge Sunday, the best. I'm that nothing like it at Oracle Park. So thank you everyone so much checking out tonight's San Francisco Giants post game show. Appreciate the support. And if you see my good friend Eric, the legend, Home Baby Baseball, if you see him live breaking down tonight's game, definitely go check out Eric's channel at Home Baby Baseball for incredible, amazing San Francisco Giants coverage in all things baseball. Appreciate the support, everyone, and let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm, and let's smash up the like button. Thank you, everyone, so much for your incredible support. I see your comments, your likes, and your engagement, and I really, truly appreciate that. It really means a lot to me, to everyone checking into the post-game show and sharing your thoughts. I really appreciate that. Really makes the post-game shows a lot of fun here to engage and talk San Francisco Giants baseball with all of you. So really appreciate that. All it takes, just half a second of your time to hit that like button, and this feedback really helps out the channel big time. This feedback lets YouTube know that this video is relevant, so then YouTube knows to recommend this video to as many San Francisco Giants fans and baseball fans out there. What's going on, Michael Sky? Good to see you. This is another disappointment for the Giants tonight. It's time to build a better team. It's not looking good. This Giants team, they're looking to build up their prospects and their young guys to get good playing time and to hopefully be in a position that by next year or 2025, when Kyle Harrison and, a lot of these, Casey Schmidt, when these guys start coming up and making an impact at the big league level, Luciano, that's when you're going to be really excited to what this San Francisco Giants team can do, because right now it has just not been fun. It's been a struggle. What's going on, Johnny Barstow? How's it going? It's time to bring up Gary Sanchez. The San Francisco Giants have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I like what we've seen from Joey Bart. I think his at-bats have been really good. I think that this is a key year for Joey Bart, and look to see him make a big impact. But I can definitely see where you're coming from. Why not bring up Gary Sanchez? See with his power that he can make an impact, maybe at DH. Appreciate the thoughts. Johnny. I'm going to throw this out there. Will there be a manager change if things don't turn around soon? I agree. We just don't seem to have the right mental mindset, and that starts at the top. I'm with you, Rod. I'm certainly with you. I think that if this continues, the struggles offensively, and as ugly as it has looked, I feel that Bruce Bochy has gotten, when you look at the 2007, 2008 Giants, we didn't have a whole lot of talent on those teams, but we still found a way to get some wins. And so, you start wondering if, from Kapler, that they just don't have the right mindset with the way that they're approaching these games and their preparation. I'm not sure what it's definitely. I think that you have to think about making a change if this continues. But we'll see what happens. I think that when we get to the end of the year, we'll definitely be able to be in a position to make a better assessment. But right now, it's just not looking good, and it's just ugly. This Giants brand of baseball has been ugly. They have looked really ugly in their losses. And some of their wins, they've looked really good with the power and when they've gotten great starting pitching, solid bullpen. So we'll see what happens. Appreciate the thoughts, everyone. We are going to be wrapping up the post-game show. Let's hit that like button. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Appreciate the feedback. And if you enjoy these San Francisco Giants post-game shows, definitely consider subscribing to the channel for more San Francisco Giants post-game shows. We'll be here all season, breaking it down here on the SF Bay Area Sports Talk channel. So thank you again, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show, and let's hope that we'll be breaking down a win tomorrow. It's been a struggle, so you've got to bounce back, show resilience, and we'll see what the San Francisco Giants are made out of. We'll see what happens, and let's go San Francisco Giants. Have a great one, everyone.